Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute.
Anyway,
We open with the Television Championship White Boy Challenge.
baby.
So the funny thing is, the commentators are saying, hey, we got all of the MPAA out here at ringside. And Teddy, he's all shucking and jiving, he's dancing it up, he's holla holla play. Why is nobody coming out for the challenge?
Yeah.
Nobody's already in the ring, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so Bradshaw slaps Farouk on the chest, smiles, pops back behind while Rodney Mack and Teddy Long are looking forward, hits Rodney with a clothesline from behind,
Oof.
and says, "It's me."
I'm a white boy. Damn it.
Exactly. And
Phenomenal.
so Bradshaw, so Farouk helps Teddy out of the ring because Teddy's taken aback by this,
Can't believe it.
and Farouk's like, "Oh, it's just friendly competition, right?"
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry.
And so,
Regardless of what happens, we'll still have the time.
exactly, yeah, MPAA walking away with the title no matter what. The funniest part though, so obviously Edge not a small human being,
No.
Taker not a small man at all.
And on the slides.
But outside of those two individuals, Rodney Mack has primarily taken on smaller wrestlers.
Of course.
And so here, Rodney Mack is having to fight from underneath because Bradshaw is a big boy.
Yeah.
The thing is that Rodney Mack ain't having none of it though.
No.
He is not only mad that he got jumped from behind, he's irritated that his stablemate, his friend, attacked him. And so Rodney Mack is fighting hard and going at it with the best of his ability. And he works Bradshaw into the corner. He hits a powerful uppercut. Bradshaw is selling along the ropes. Rodney Mack kicks him in the gut. He's selling his gut. And then, Rodney, he rears back, he runs back, he hits Bradshaw's gut with his shoulder,
Shoulder thrust.
gets him up, shoulder thrust, gets him up on that top. Rodney Mack now smiles. Crowd's into this. They're actually on the side of Rodney Mack at this point because Bradshaw
No one likes Bradshaw. It makes sense.
is the bad guy in this scenario for jumping him. So Rodney Mack goes to the outside, hits the drive-by, and the referee's counting, but while the referee's counting, Teddy goes over and talks to Rodney, and Farouk is helping Bradshaw up.
Yeah.
Like they're not splintering, but it's a dynamic we've never seen before
Of course.
with the group. And so Farouk helps Bradshaw into the ring. The Mack attack is hit. Rodney rolls up Bradshaw, 1, 2, and kick out. So Bradshaw works his way up. They're throwing hands. They're going at it. And so at one point, Rodney Mack is actually falling to Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes for another clothesline, this time from hell, which means Rodney Mack's going to be face forward.
Yeah.
But as Bradshaw runs at Rodney Mack falls down.
The Okada spot. Or Omega spot.
Bradshaw hits the ropes, and as he bounces back, is disoriented. Rodney Mack gets up, puts him up into the Michinoku driver, and then hooks him 1, 2, 3.
Fair enough.
Post-match, Teddy and Farouk both get in the ring, and raise both of the guys up from the MPAA.
Mm-hmm.
Mac puts out his hand. He's visibly frustrated that Bradshaw did this, but he's also kind of smirking because he knows he won. Bradshaw, he shakes Rodney Mac's hand, but in his eyes it tells a story. And you can just tell that this isn't over. And, the seeds have been planted for what is to come next.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Thank you. I very much enjoyed that one. So the Iron Addicts hype themselves up with Jamie Noble. They're in the back. And Jamie asked them to allow him to have next week's main event clean. One-on-one, him and Eddie. He wants to prove that, yes, Eddie went 30 minutes, but no matter the length of time, next week in the main event of SmackDown, Jamie Noble wants to be able to prove that he can maintain his Intercontinental Championship against Eddie without their help.
Yeah.
And so, Magic Mark, Jack Johnny, and Vascular Val, they look at him and they say, we know this new gym of the town we're going to. We're going to hit that place. We're going to pump all the iron. We're going to go hard. You got this. So basically what they're doing is I'm letting you, the audience, know they're not in the building.
Yeah.
So from there, Night Test takes on Chuck Palumbo. This is a continuation of the tag encounter that the teams had.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair shows up with Randy Orton and Dave Bautista wearing a sling up in the lounge area of the arena.
Right.
You can see them arriving and in style with ladies in tow with drinks ready, all that, and
Classic Evolution.
So with their arrival, it allows Test to catch Palumbo with his attention diverted,
Mm-hmm.
hit him with a boot to the head, and a surprise roll up.
Yeah.
And Test gets a unexpected victory over Palumbo.
Nice.
So here at the midway point of the show, we get Chavo Guerrero challenging Rey Mysterio, not for the Cruiserweight title, but for the opportunity to
get a Cruiserweight title.
to get a Cruiserweight title match and do what his uncle did the week before and go the distance.
Absolutely.
So, as you know personally,
Mm-hmm.
Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio know how to put on great wrestling.
Can't believe it. It's shocking.
And so, while Eddie Guerrero is watching on, kind of...
Like this.
well, what I was going to say, kind of hurting by his family, hurting one another, Eddie cheers on both sides, and he's upset when Chavo loses the match. At 28 minutes, 30 seconds, he gets so close to winning, or to going the distance, but doesn't make it.
Doesn't quite make it.
Chavo is very upset by this, but it bees like that sometimes.
Yeah, I say it is what it is.
So, up next, Jack Johnny with the Iron Addicts takes on and defeats, shockingly, Scott Steiner of the Best First Generation, because
Sorry, read that back.
Johnny Stamboli defeats Scott Steiner because I'm setting up the Iron Addicts to be the next challengers to the BFG.
That was not what I expected, but all right.
Right.
That's what's up.
Well, so occasionally you gotta throw some curveballs, like getting some Scott Garlands going over some all-time greats.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Didn't know we were gonna do it the same week, but
Hey, listen. Can't argue with the logic.
The Undertaker, he defeats Bishop Storm. All throughout the match, the camera cuts to Evolution, constantly mocking.
Eating popcorn.
Yeah, exactly, having a good time. But the Undertaker gets one up on the Regal counter threat.
He's not like Palumbo. He's got experience.
Yeah, he was able to overcome the distraction, or the attempted distraction. Matt Hardy, continuing on his winning ways in the Cruiserweight division, defeats Funaki. Post-match, Matt, Shannon, and Crash. So Shannon and Crash, they both lift up Matt, and he sits on their arms, and
They kind of like buckle under the weight because Matt's like
right. And so Matt is is so boastful because he thinks he's finally getting
King of the Cruiserweight.
to King of the Cruiserweights. He's in that place where he's getting ready to go up against Rey Mysterio.
Of course.
So in the main event, this is the Backlash match from 2002. It's Hulk Hogan versus Triple H for the Undisputed Championship. However, this is not babyface Triple H like we had there. This is big old heel Triple H, and Triple H defeats Hulk Hogan, retaining the championship. And throughout the match, and here's the most important part about all of this, throughout the match, we see that the Evolution box is emptied. And it's like, oh, where'd they go? What's going on? Huh, that's strange. So we see commotion where the Deadly Riders and Evolution are going at it in the back. And so when Triple H hits that final pedigree and gets that 1, 2, 3, out through the crowd slides Brock Lesnar. He picks up Triple H onto his shoulders while Triple H is posing with the belt. F5. Big Brock holds up the title to close out this episode of SmackDown and show that there's no doubt about it. The next big thing is the guy who will dethrone Triple H at WrestleMania 19.
Again.
Yes. Well, he'll get back his title that Evolution stole from him at Survivor Series, basically.
Exactly.